Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel late night on Friday. Because I did everything I had to do, had nothing anymore to do. I was not even planning to be live, to be honest. But then I saw a live, a news about 150 million coming in for Juventus. So that's what we will speak a bit about. It will not be a long one today, I promise. I promise we will not go over the 1 hour. I will even try to keep it under the 45 minutes. I promise. Under 1 hour, we will try to go under the 45 minutes because we don't have a lot of things to speak about. A few. Let me start with something really important. Saying hello to the people, of course, saying hello to the people. But then speaking about the Chelsea Fulham, I watched Chelsea Fulham. Ciao to Polibara, to Kaushik. What? 150 million? What? From Kaushik. We'll speak about that. Ciao Dan Avola. That is saying, did you read the Calcio in Finanza about Steve Zhang? Yes, I read it. Ciao Last Samurai. Zlatko, I Will Survivor is there as well. He's excited to hear about the 150 million. Attenzione. Ciao Mario. O Marco. Ciao Marco. Ciao Thomas. Ciao at64. Antonio Veljanovski. 150 million in today's football world is nothing. 2 days ago, Chelsea paid 120 million for Enzo Fernandez. Antonio is already putting immediately everyone on earth with his reality check. Ciao Styler Z. Ciao Maric again. Ciao Yaska. Ciao Grande. Ciao Gaetano. Ciao to Marian, already said. Ninib is there as well. Pavol, Steve Cano, Grande, that is saying hello to all the Juventini. Juvegar, Nestor, Gianluca, Izza. Who else is there in the chat? Maharaj, Beppe, how are you? I'm doing okay. I tell you what I did a bit earlier. Ciao to Aldo, ciao to Ali. Peter Abate, I'm worried about the additional 20 points. We already spoke about it. Don't ruin my Friday, Peter Abate. Don't ruin my Friday night. Ciao to Taha. Ciao to New York Juventino. Ciao Beppe. We are both wearing the same sweater today. Hey, you see? Connection. Great minds look alike. Ciao Yasko. Ciao Veritas. T-Bone, how is it, Beppe? Hope that everyone is doing well from South Africa. By the way, today we had a lot of people that were commenting in the video of this morning. That actually, I don't know, the algorithm of YouTube didn't work in my favor today, so it was quite slow. I don't know why. It's really strange. We lose, we have a maximum, but really a maximum of people that are watching the videos, 4,000, 5,000, sometimes even more. We win, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. Yesterday we had like 300 people live, while when we lose we have 800. Really strange world we are living in. But anyway, today I asked for people that they had to tell me from where they were watching. I saw so many countries, something that made me really happy. Ciao at Matthew, ciao Aldo, Peter. Anyway, ciao Beppe, ciao Peter, ciao Hanina, ciao F1. Zlatko is there as well again. Nestor as well. Faris, ciao Beppe, ciao Romeo Fantana. Mari, Chelsea is a disaster club. Ciao Ron Rusitano. Ciao a tutti. Maraj, what all that with Moggi? We can speak about Moggi as well. Anthony Schifano. Chef Cristo. Mamma mia, we have a lot of people actually. I didn't expect that. I was thinking we would do a live with like 10 people, and we are more than 100. Hey, guys, you have a beautiful life, huh? Moji celebration. Ciao, Ninib. Let's see what the newspaper will write a lot about Zhang in the next few days. I don't believe so. Polibara Beppe, it's funny because one of my co-partners, a Chelsea fan, was mocking me due to the minus 15 and the loss versus Monza. My response to him was, it will be a shame, spend a lot of money and don't win anything. Well, let's start speaking about that, but first let me say thank you to Andrew Palomares, new member of the channel. Didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. But thank you to Andrew Palomares, new member on the channel. Fantastic. Grande. Thank you to Andrew Palomares, grande, and welcome to the membership channel. I'm super happy that from now on I will see your messages written in green. For me, it's really easy because I can catch up easily your messages and I can read them. Ciao Beppe from California. So let's speak about Chelsea a few minutes because it's really important. Know one thing that is super important, at least for me, it's that I am not a hater of the success of Premier League. This is really, really important, super important, because if you don't understand that, you will believe that I am a hater, and I'm absolutely not. I am a hater that Serie A is not doing the things correctly. That's another story. But I'm absolutely not a hater about the success of Premier League because they deserve it. Then, if you are asking me what about Chelsea, how is it possible that they are able to spend more than 350 million euro in a winter session? I don't know. I saw a bit the strategy that they used to sign and so on and so on. So instead of going with a five, you want the microphone louder? Let me check. Let me check. Because sometimes it's a problem. Good that you tell me. Let me check. Sound settings. Indeed, mamma mia. I don't know why. Automatically from time to time it changed. It went to 59, why I always put it at 85. Because if I put it louder, then you hear really the boom, boom, boom. So now normally it should be okay, guys. Now it should be okay. Can you please confirm me in the chat that we are okay? Should be. Normally it should be. Beppe, nice analysis of the EPL game of Twitter. It was the first half. Second half I did on a short story. The audio is better now. Grande, much better. Hey, it's good that you tell me in the beginning, otherwise we have some problems. No, so what I was saying is that I'm absolutely not a hater. I'm pissed off with Serie A because we are not able to do so, but not against Premier League. Then Chelsea, how they are able to do it? Well, instead of going with players, signing them 5 years, they go with 7.5, 8 years contract, because I always told you, yes, of course, you pay the money immediately, but in your books, you are able to amortize it in longer years. So if you pay, if you sign a player, to make it easy, if you sign a player on 5 years, which is the maximum that you are allowed to do for UEFA. That means that you are paying back on 5 years, 100 million, it's 20 million a year. 20, 20, 20, 20 in your books. But of course, if you are able to dribble that law, because it's written specifically in the law of UEFA, except if your country of residence is saying otherwise, well, then they are extending it. Let's say they go with 10 years for the same 100 million euro. That means that you have to pay only 10 million per year. You pay immediately the club, so the 100 million cash are already out, but in your financial books, you can spread it over 10 years. Okay, I believe the maximum is 8 by the laws of UK, but I'm not sure. So this is how they did it. This is how they did it, and there is absolutely no wrong with that. It's just that they found a way, a mechanism to dribble the law, and they are the first one to do so. They will probably regulate it from the future, but until now it's okay. And also it's a big advantage for players. Why? Because if tomorrow you have a disaster injury that you can't play football anymore, well, for the 8th next year, because you had signed the contract of 8 years, your career is already done. 8 years in a career of a player is long, but imagine if you had some players like Ramsey that Juventus signed on an 8-year contract. Mamma mia, mamma mia. 8 years is long. 4 years is already long. Do you remember when Rabiot was absolutely not performing and you give him a 4 years contract? We were all praying that that contract would finish. So imagine 8 years. Disaster. But anyway, this is one thing. So if I speak about the Chelsea game of today, I was really curious. I tell you, honestly, at the moment, and I know it will go away, but at the moment I have a big frustration with Serie A. I didn't watch any Serie A game since the day that Juventus was punished with minus 15 points. It was on the 20th of January. The only game I watched, of course, are the one of Juventus and the Coppa Italia games. The other ones I don't watch, I don't comment. They, at the moment, really... I started before the minus 20 points, the minus 15 points, sorry. I started with watch-alongs about Serie A. I was really excited to bring expertise on commentary on watch-alongs on Serie A. They killed my vibe. They killed my mood. So it's true that look, I'm not a big fan of Premier League, but I decided to watch. And just to give you a bit of opinion, let me go on the starting lineup of Chelsea. so that it's easier for everyone to understand. Look at the face of Thiago Silva. They did 0-0 for the people that are asking. They did 0-0 Chelsea, but let's go to their game, the fixtures result. They were playing versus a new promoted team, Fulham. They were in a second division last year. So they start with immediately a big lineup with Reece James that is coming back from injury, with Cucurella, with Badiashile, that is there, I believe it's his third game, with Thiago Silva, that is there since long, of course, with Kepa in the goal, and then you have Mason Mount, Enzo Fernandez, big news, I was really curious to see him, Gallagher, and then you have up front Ziyech, Havertz, and Mudryk. These are the players chosen by Harry Potter, and thank you. It was a really great interview, a really great review. And look, Mon, that is saying, Beppe, I saw your review and it was really great. Well, I watched it and I was really curious. I see one thing that is, we have to be honest, the velocity between Premier League and Serie A is totally different. It's not the first game of Serie A, of Premier League that I'm watching, of course. So it's not something new. It's not something that we don't know. But it's true that the first half was quite enjoyable to watch. Let's not hate, of course, when you are investing 360 million euro, you are expecting immediate result on the field. But I have to admit that it was a quite nice, enjoyable first half for a neutral one. Of course, if you are looking at the shots on target for Fulham, they were more precise than the one of Chelsea, then something is wrong. I saw a Badiashile that is really great. I hate to say it because it's a player that I really wanted, that Juventus scouted. Juventus was on the player. But you can't go for it. It's too late. It's impossible to go for these players. They go to Chelsea even if they know that they will have to fight versus 5, 6, 7 other center backs. They don't care to go there. He starts and totally deserved because it's a player that I really like. So Badiashile was really great. Thiago Silva, even if he's old, 37 years, was there, captain of the team, really great. You know who I appreciated? I will surprise you, but especially in the first half, I appreciated Gallagher. You will tell me, Beppe, are you crazy? You have Fernandez, you have Mudryk, you are telling me Gallagher. I really liked the first half. I'm speaking about first half. The pressing, the big work of Gallagher. In a team where you have a lot of stars, when you have a lot of technical players, having a Gallagher, of course, he's not the one that is going on the front pages. He's not the one that you will put on a thumbnail. I understand it. I don't know if someone watched it at the game Chelsea versus Fulham. Tell me if I'm totally wrong, but I really appreciated the first half of Gallagher. Enzo Fernandez, well, guys, he played a great game. Best one of the game, of full game. Enzo Fernandez, defensive midfielder, tracking back immediately, being reassurance, giving reassurance for his teammates, taking that ball, immediately open it with a precise long balls. The big differences are they are super accurate. All the players from both teams, they have a power in that ball, and it's something that I already repeated to you so many times, something I like. I like when I'm watching a game that when we go on target with a shot, or when we are doing these passes, that I hear the pa, 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 you know, these kind of sounds on the ball, that you put a bit of conviction. I know what I'm doing and I'm giving you that ball. That ball is for you. So accuracy was fantastic. I don't know about stats. I didn't check, but my eye was telling me that they were really precise. I saw already some combos between some players in the first half. Enzo Fernandez was great. Changing on the right side, on the left side, being there, being available, unmarking. You know what is one of the things that I saw, that I noticed between Serie A and Premier League? Looks like in Premier League the players are trying to unmark themselves, while in Serie A we are trying to man mark people. What a big difference. What a big difference. They are trying to be available. They see a man, they go away from him. It's really strange to see. And in Italy, we don't care about unmarking. We are trying to stick to the player. Really strange. And that's why we have really close spaces in Italy with big blocks, while in Premier League you are playing. Fluidity of the game is much better. Mason Mount, I didn't see him. I didn't see him at all. Havertz, what a disaster. What a disaster player. And Ziyech, I understand, because I like or I don't like the team, the coach, whatever. I always try to understand why people are doing things, okay? Then, that doesn't mean because I understand why they're doing it that they did a great choice. But why was Ziyech playing today? He played for one simple reason. Because of all the disaster that happened with his transfer that flopped, collapsed with Paris Saint-Germain. Well, it's a player that didn't go in any other team. So he's coming back to Chelsea. He didn't play a lot. He played, I believe, 5 games, 4 from the start until now. So, the coach, Graham Potter, what he's saying, okay, if I don't play him, I lose him totally, 100%. The guy, I lose him. Okay, they don't need him. They have 120 players that are waiting to play, but I lose him. That's why he was playing, and he looked like really confused on the field of, am I happy to be here or am I not happy? Am I playing because I understood the trick of Harry Potter or not? Because I know that in the remaining parts of the season I will be on the bench. He looked really confusing. He did like 2 great, fantastic things. At a certain moment he's putting a Havertz on target, but after that, that was it. Really confusing player. Difficulty for him to go on one-on-one. Mudryk, I loved the acceleration that he had. Apparently, he had a cold. He had to be changed at half-time. But I loved his pace. I believe he will be a good player. So, second half, I tell you immediately, it was totally boring. Totally boring. It kept me away from watching the game. I tell you one thing. You are speaking English, guys, that are watching English games, game in, game out. When I watch football, I watch commentary in Italian. Sometimes I watch commentary in French. It happens a lot of time that I watch commentary in Spanish. I don't watch a lot of commentary in English. That's also why my vocabulary on football has always been a bit limited. What a disaster. Guys, is it always like that, or is it just because it was today, or it's because it's January, because it's cold, it's Friday, they wanted to go home? They were 2, huh? It was not alone, the guy, huh? They were 2. What a disaster. Slow, not raising the voice, no passion. They were talking about the whatever. But they were not explaining me the game. I wanted a bit of die. Guys, tell me in the chat, because, mamma mia, we are speaking about a lot of great things about Premier League, and I totally agree. Transfers, money, the stadiums, the fans, whatever you want. Commentary, guys, what is this? I was shocked. I see Antonio that is saying it's always like that. Mohammed is saying commentary always like that is really boring. Mamma mia. Yeah, Sandro. Sandro is saying the commentary is like a podcast. Yeah, that's what I had, like a 90 minutes podcast. I don't care about that. Mamma mia, what a disaster. I see people saying, Beppe, speak about the 150 million, speak about the 50 million. Wait, let me speak, guys. Mamma mia, for one time that I'm speaking, when I'm speaking about Chelsea, it's also to compare with Juve, to compare with Serie A, to compare with other things. Let me speak a bit. Mamma mia, wait. English commentary, they have conversation. It's true, Hanin. It's really true. Andrew, it sounds exactly the same when you play FIFA with English commentary. Yeah, but I always change. I never leave English commentator. No, I don't like it. Guys, English is my 4th language, so I'm really not good, and I will never be an English commentator. I know that it's not even my ambition. But guys, when I do some parts of commentary in English, it's much better. Sorry to say, without offense, the technicity, the words they use, of course, it's great for English commentator. Of course, it's their language. If they can't speak English, then we have a problem. But seriously, guy, live the game. Guy, you are not at the bar with a friend. Live the game. Share your passion for the game. I was really shocked. I was really shocked. Now, because in Italy, even if it's a really bad game, at least you have a bit of folklore. At least you have a bit of emotions, you're looking, it's true, huh? I raised up watching Sky Sport and so on. When there is a ball that is going like 300 meters next to the goal, they are making like it's like this, you are vibing. Strange, really, really, really strange. Really strange. Spanish is fantastic. You know why Spanish is fantastic? Because of the decibels, but also the words by minute. The words by minute, the tempo. Blah, 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 blah. Spanish is a really fast language, and when you have that tempo, pa 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 pa, it's working super well. If you do attenzione, speaking slow and tranquilly, it makes sense on a podcast, and it's great. Sometimes, I find myself speaking too fast in the news, and sometimes I breathe, I go a bit more tranquillo. But no, Spanish, tac, tac, tac. Arabic are fantastic. The only thing that I can't confirm with Arabic, I have absolutely no idea what they are saying. So I can't tell you if the quality of what they are saying is great. The vibes is fantastic. The emotions on a goal, whatever, even if it's the most easy tappy in the world, they will make it it's the most, it's a top 10 goal ever in history. So, of course, Arabic for me, it's the one that excites me the most, but I have absolutely no idea. But I tell you one thing, when I watch, the leaked, most fastest and anticipated recaps, or highlights or replays from goals that are putting on Twitter and so on in Arabic, I don't care that I don't understand, to be honest. I really don't care. I just enjoy. I enjoy, and they take me with them in that story. If one day, I don't know, if one day I would go, on a French television to ask to be a commentator or so on, that's what I would try to do. Maybe not as far as the Arabic one, but sharing passion for football. I want kids to be in love. I want kids to be, in the game. Because that's important. Because, the first lesson I heard, I have my diploma here. I have always next to me the sporting commentator course signed by Enrico Zambruno. So the first lesson they were teaching me was the protagonist is not you. The protagonist are the players on the field. And I totally agree with that. You can't be the protagonist. You can't go on, because it's not Twitch, it's not YouTube Live. You can't speak about yourself. You have to speak about what is happening on the field. So you are not the protagonist. But one mission I would have in my mind is that the people, they don't want to go to the bathroom while the game is on. Go at halftime to the bathroom, but not while the game is on. Even if it's a boring Salernitana Spezia, Juve Sampdoria 12:30 p.m. 12:30 p.m. Italian time in December 29. I don't care. The people, they have to stick there. They have to be happy. They have to think that something can happen. And this was something that really annoyed me. I'm sorry that I started with that. 25 minutes about that. Of course, we'll speak about the 150 million because I put that on the thumbnail. A tapping goal in Arabic is like a bicycle kick Ronaldo did. It's true. It's true. Beppe, you said you are here for 45 minutes today, already 25 minutes, and we didn't even speak about the 150 million. Thank you, Ali, because that's a fantastic comment. Yeah! We finished with that. This is the worst. I never heard some of my friends commentating the game, speaking about Bonetti and so on, so I will not judge what they are doing because I never heard them. But the ones I heard, my friends, not from Paramount Plus, but the one from other channel I heard in America, fantastic for NBA, fantastic for NBA, fantastic for NFL, fantastic for HLS, for H&M or IKEA or whatever you want, but not for football. This is really, really worse. Really, 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 really bad. So can we speak about 150 million now? No, it's true, huh? It's true. You're laughing, but it's true, huh, Anthony? Okay, 150 million. Actually, it's quite easy, huh? Guys. Normally, you should already know. You should already know. Yeah, the IKEA, of course, Project the Spuds. It's quite easy. Look, Giovanni Albanese, he tweeted today, not the lineup of Chelsea, of course, but he tweeted today that in case of the following players are redeemed, Weston McKennie, Kulusevski, Pellegrini, Arthur, and Zakaria, we are close to 150 million for Juventus. If we split it a bit by heart, it's 15 million for Pellegrini, 40 in total for McKennie, so we are already at 55. 35, I believe, for Kulusevski, and we are at 55 plus 35 is 55, 60, 90. Then you have Zaccaria, so you arrive there at 150 million. Of course, Hanin is saying immediately Giovanni Albanese is going with a fantastic report in case, and that's the big problem. We have two problems, guys. We have two big problems. The first one is the word in case, because none of the players we loaned out, there is an obligation to buy. And this is the first big problem. There is no obligation for nobody. We were not able to sell them. It was difficult to sell them. It was difficult for different reasons. Weston McKennie, difficult to sell him, even if it's in Premier League. Why? Because it's a player that you never know what's happening with Italian justice. You know that there will be even a possible investigation about salary maneuver, where there is a minimal chance that some players could be banned. There is a small chance for the players that were there in COVID time. Weston McKennie, no, it's not true. Weston McKennie was not there. No, I said something really bad. I said something totally really bad. So I don't know why we didn't sell McKennie, guys. I have no idea. Maybe because they are scared that it will not work. It's not clickbait. It's a real news. Potentially we have 150 million for Juventus. This is true. What did I write, guys? It's 150 million. It's not clickbait. Six Zwaghi. It is not. So McKennie, Arthur, Zaccaria, Pellegrini, Kulusevski. Of course, there is always a risk. There is a risk of not being redeemed. If we go by the most certain that can be redeemed, I go with Pellegrini. I believe that Pellegrini will be redeemed. That's 15 million. I believe that Kulusevski will be redeemed, and that's another 35, so we are already at 50 million. I believe that McKennie will be redeemed, and we are here at 90 million. If on top of that you have a Zaccaria that is coming back and that you are able to sell, it's okay. Zaccaria is for me the least of the problems. Kulusevski is not a problem, because if he comes, in worst case scenario, he comes, we can find him an easy other team in Premier League or even in La Liga. So I have no problem with that. McKennie, I believe he will stay there. Pellegrini, they were chasing him really a lot, so I believe he will stay. I believe that Sarri will also continue there. The big problem is Arthur. Yeah, Ake is a simple loan. It's a simple loan to Dijon, second division in France. They don't have a lot of money, so it's just a simple loan, Daniel. But Arthur is problematic, because yes, like Sidusai is saying, Arthur is a big concern, because on top of the fact that he was not finding spots in Liverpool to play, On top of that, in a difficult year for Liverpool, that they will have to change next year some things. Well, on top of that, he's injured. He's injured, and I don't know. He will need to be re-educated, to go back on the field, to play, and so on, and so on, and so on. So it's a player that is scaring me because we bought him for a lot of money. 80 million euro, if I'm not wrong, it was for 5 years. So it's a player that we are still paying, and of course, more you are going closer to the end of the contract, less you have him on your books. But still, it's a problematic player, and of course, and Juventus really doesn't want they don't want him, and he doesn't want to come to Juve. So it's a double problem there, because even if you have another coach next year, we don't want Arthur. We don't want Arthur, and he doesn't want to come to Juve. For me, that's the biggest problem, Arthur. Because Kulusevski, with what he did, you know what? Let's go player by player. Huh? Kulusevski, what is the problem of Kulusevski? That some people are thinking, or he is a Tottenham man. What is the problem there? That if they reached Champions League, there would have been an obligation to buy. There is no Champions League probably for Tottenham. So what will happen with Tottenham? Tottenham will decide what they do for him. They will decide what to do for him. If he is a Conte man, they will send him back. I don't believe that. I believe he's a Tottenham man. So what will happen is that probably they will sign him they will sign him permanently. Also because it's not really high, the value of the player. What is the second one? McKennie. It depends on him. They have a USA coach. They have already 2 players from USA. He was happy to join them. They are happy with him. So let's see how he will play. But, it's so close to the end of the season, so close that they have the money to take him. Pellegrini was wanted. I have no problem with him. Also because it's quite a benefit for Lazio. If they go for the 15 million, they will pay it in 5 years. So that means from next year, it's 3 million per year. 3 million in 2023, let's say in the start of the season. 3 million 24, 25, 26, 27. So at the end of 27, we see our full money for Pellegrini if they sign him personally. Crazy, yeah? Crazy that 15 million they have to spread it over 5 years. Disaster. And Zakaria, look, we signed him for 5 million from Borussia Mönchengladbach. So 5 million, whatever. Even if he comes and you sell him for 10 to whatever team in the world, he will accept it. And even if he would stay, he's not a player with a high salary. He's a player that already showed that he can give some things. Unfortunately, he's a bit injured now. I don't know if he will play a lot because they really signed a lot of players. They have like 34, 35 players in their rosters. Chelsea, they already put Aubameyang out of the Champions League list. I don't know if Zakaria will play. Great German, of course, Borussia Mönchengladbach. Good, huh? There are not a lot of people that are able to pronounce it really well. I agree with you. So, but that's one part of the story. Let's say, except of Arthur, let's say we receive 110. We saw it in the beginning of the live. Someone said, Beppe, today, in today's world, it was Antonio Veljanovsky. He said, Beppe, in today's world, 150 is nothing. 110 is nothing. Today someone told me, Beppe, we have to pay attention to that player, Tete. Tete, the right back from Fulham. He played well. Today he played really well. I checked a bit, 27 years. Look, these players, they are already in the Premier League. 27, it's already too late. If you want to buy a player like that, he needs to agree to leave the Premier League. First of all, he needs to agree to go in Serie A, because now it's also that's another thing, That's another thing, You have players, not only they need to accept to go to Juve, but they also need to accept to go to Serie A. Yeah, the Dutch guy. No, of course, it's not good enough. I agree with you, Jim. It's not a wow talent, but he played really well today, to be honest. But also, these players, it's really difficult now to sign. They're already in Premier League, guys. How do you take them away from them? When you see that the second division in Premier League is spending more than Serie A, sometimes it's even better to go being relegated or playing in the second division team of Premier League, because you know that you will probably, if it's not today, in 3 seasons they will earn more money than who's playing in Serie A. They will earn more money than the other ones. Crazy. It's crazy, but it's the truth, guys. I'm sorry to tell you the truth. So going to Serie A, it's really strange. So who are you obliged to go for? For young, unknown players that are probably 17, 15, that you find in Malaga, like Dean Huijsen. You find in Malaga, he's 15, you take him to Juve, he plays 2 years, now he's 17. You know, that's something that you have to do. Kenan Yildiz, out of contract with Bayern because he's a young player, up, you are fast, you are going on him. These are the players. And then you go with a few Italian players that are knowing Serie A with a bit more experience. Just saying, a Fratesi where you're spending a bit more money. And who knows, you go with an ultra name that is in the end of his Premier League. A Pogba. Where you have maybe some doubts. A Di Maria at Paris Saint-Germain, the end of Di Maria at Paris Saint-Germain. You know, and then you have your balance between your youth academy that is growing, your pool of Italian, and when I'm saying Italian, is Serie A players, you know, from Spezia, that I said Spezia, but actually it's a really bad example because also Spezia now, they have a talent like Kivior is going immediately in Premier League. So there is not even the middle step like Vlahovic that is going from Fiorentina to Juve, and probably then he will go to Premier League or Real Madrid, for example, in the future. You see? So it's hard, huh? But some players there maybe a bit more attached to Italian market. Xiz, you see, that's a better Zouaghi, that's a better message. Tete can't go to Italy because of his name. For the people that are speaking Italian, they know what it means, Tete, but it's with a triple T, T-E-T-T-E. But anyway, Tete is the same. Indeed, the pronunciation will be probably the same, Tete. Yeah, better for him not to. But we had some players that were called Kaka, guys. So, Kulu, Kaka. We miss Tete, so probably he will finish in Serie A one day. Write it down. You see, it's better than when you are telling me that we are speaking since, 20 minutes about the 150 million. You're laughing. You say Kaká, but it's true, huh? Mohamed Youssef. Andiamo with the comment of Mohamed Youssef. So Chelsea spent 600 million and they are legal. And we adjusted 5% of our books. And we are the most evil club on earth. Are we not smart to play the rich clubs' games? No. To be honest, Juventus, again, they didn't do anything that was illegal. The difference is that there is a witch hunt towards Juve, and now they are creating new rules to avoid that these kind of things will happen. Actually, they are cutting in their fingers. I'm explaining you a bit. It's a bit technical, and I didn't really want to speak about it, but thank you for the donation, Mohammed. What are they actually doing? They are trying that not money swaps, because not money swaps, it means you sell a player for 10 million euro, okay? You sell a player for 10 million euro. You receive that money immediately. But if you take a player from that same exact team for 10 million euro, that means that it's a zero operation. This is how, people they see football, but this is not how it works, because you receive 10 million cash immediately for your books because you sold the player, but you spend 10 million cash immediately, but in your finance, in your books, you have the opportunity to split it over years. So if it's a contract of 5 years, you pay 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million. You see the difference? And this is why it's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky because if these players are worth 2 million and you pump that money a bit more up, that some people say fictive 10 million, well, you do a beautiful operation. Both clubs are doing both beautiful operation because you receive immediately 10 for your books, but you don't spend immediately 10. You spread it over years. So you see, but of course, if you do an operation of 2 million, a negotiation of 2 million, 2 million, you receive 2 million and you will have to divide these 2 million over 5 years. So it's like 500, or 400, whatever. You see the difference? Why? It's a strange thing. So what they are doing in Italy is only Italy now, they want that these kind of zero operation or with a small difference, they want to avoid you to share it over years. It's technical, it's really technical. So that means that you spend 10 million and you can't split it over years. So you have a direct book deficit of minus 10. You see? But why is it strange for Italy to do so? Because all the other leagues are not doing this. But Italy now, they want to implement this rule. So when we see a Chelsea, that is able to spend 600 million euro, when we see that they are going with 8-year contract, not because they like the player and they believe in his long-term career, no, because they want to split it over years, Italy is doing the reverse. When you see that the teams in Italy in this winter mercato, they didn't spend money. When you see that the Inter was obliged to beg Chelsea to give them back Lukaku, and nobody has money in Italy. Nobody. So on top of that, you are making it even more complicated. You see the strange Italy way of cutting in their own fingers, making it even more complicated. But now they started with Juve. What do they realize? That, of course, now without that money, without this plusvalenza, without this cash that is going from one club to the other, without all that possibility, well, nothing is moving in Italy because there is no money. There is no money. The only money that will come is from the Premier League, that sees a talent. Real Madrid, when they spend money, but they go on certainties. They put the price, but they have a certainty. Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Hendrik, these guys, they know. These are them. They didn't spend money now in the winter because they didn't need to. They will probably do, but when you see the names where they will invest to, they are speaking about maybe Dusan Vlahovic. Let's speak about it, about Dusan Vlahovic, but also, Bellingham, and another player, I don't remember who. So there are 3 players on. I don't know if they will sign all of them, but you see, clear, without any risk. Young players, young blood players that you spend the money, but you know that you have them for 10 years at Real Madrid, you know. But the players, well, how will that money come in Italy? 2 ways. One, Guardiol, thank you, Dudu. How will that money come in Italy? Because Premier League, they will overspend some players that are great, are good. The new upcoming players from Italy, Leao, Kivior, Udogie, because people, they continue, and I hate it. And this is one of the things that I hate the most. Why did Juventus not sign Udogie? Why? Do you start to realize that it was not possible? Do you really start to realize that it's impossible to sign Udogie, and it will be worse and worse and worse, because this time it was Tottenham that was able to sign him in 2 years. Yeah, even if it started already, yeah, it's Bournemouth. It's Bournemouth. Bournemouth today they go for Zaniolo. At the end they refused. They even refused Zaniolo. They said no, because we already spent the money on other players. But soon they will take you the Udogie. Jimmy saying it will not be 20. It will be 30 million. You have a bigger. Yeah, I have it here somewhere in my phone. I believe it's under favorite pictures saved, because I have a lot of pictures, and then I save. I don't know if I will be able to find it really fast, so give me 1 second. Am I able to find it really fast or not? I hope so, because I want to show you. It's something really nice. I don't know if it's nice, but it's important. Wait, just 1 second. Normally it's under my favorites. Let me concentrate 1 second, because otherwise, if I'm not concentrated, then I lose the focus. I don't find it anymore. Anyway, it was but I already explained that story multiple times. The president from Empoli that says publicly, when it's one club that is asking for, I'm asking that money. When it's Juventus, I'm asking for more, which makes totally sense. Here we go. I closed it. Where? Here. I told you I had it. I told you. Look, this President Corsi is saying, Mercato, for Juve, there is a price. For the other one, the price is different. Guys, I didn't say it. It's written here. I save everything. I have everything. Yeah, sometimes my memory starting to be old. You see? So, anyway, what were we speaking about? Pronounce it like Bournemouth, Pepe. Why? I like Bournemouth. But what did I say? I forgot. Yeah, but at the end, the conclusion, these 150 million, they come in. What do you do with it? Or 110 million, what do you do with it? We don't know. And that's a big problem. That's a really big problem. Marcello is saying, and that's an interesting one, Beppe, Pellegrini, is it opening the doors to do a deal with Lotito? A deal with Lotito, we all know what he is thinking, our friend Marcello. That's that deal here that was written in our Telegram group. So Claudio Lotito has absolutely no intention to lose Sergej Milinkovic-Savic for free in 2024. Lazio would have in fact set a new meeting with Mateja Kezman, the agent of the Serbian, to discuss the renewal. The club is interested in the Bianconcelesti midfielder would be would be Juventus, Arsenal, and Newcastle. Arsenal, they are all the players. Ciao, Recornaldo. Thank you. They are on all the players. Kaushik, I'm doing well. Grande. No, so, you see, can it open the door? Yes, it can. But it's not that we gave him for free, Pellegrini. So, I don't know if it's open. One thing is sure, guys, there will be a new Juventus in 2023-24 for next season. A totally new Juventus without Quadrado, because he's going. Without Alexandro, he's going. And these are already two certainties. They are going. It's a Juventus that we don't know if our top stars that are earning a lot of money, we're speaking about a Dusan Vlahovic, will be there. We don't know. Bonucci, he still has 1 more year of contract. So Bonucci, where do you want him to go, guys? Where do you want him to go? In Italy, he went to Milan. He didn't like the experience there. Where do you want him to go? You want Bonucci to go to Sampdoria? How do they pay him? There is nobody able anymore to pay this kind of salary for players like Bonucci. So, MLS? Maybe, but I don't believe so. I believe he will stay 1 more year. Yeah, maybe a sudden decision. I didn't play enough. Whatever, it's difficult for me. But guys, sincerely, if Juventus has more problems, honestly, yeah, if they have more problems than what they had already, now means out of Europe. Let's say worst case horror scenario that I hope and I don't believe it will happen, but you never know. Going to second division. Do you believe that Bonucci will leave? Guys, Bonucci, you know the ego of Bonucci. He will be the first one to run on Instagram and to write, I stay. Guys, you can bet whatever you want, your house on it. He will anticipate every player and he will say, I stay. I am Bonucci, I am the captain, I stay. Guys, that's a fact. He will run. He will go on Instagram, picture in black and white. You know the scenario. He will go, he will say, that's Bonucci, guys. It's not like, don't say you don't know Bonucci. He will go, picture in black and white on Instagram. I don't know, he will find a quote, page, whatever, here. Because he also has the book of Around Turin. He will go, he will write here. Here. He will take this one. Look, I opened randomly, yeah? He will take this one. When the wrong people leave your life, the right things start to happen. Bonucci. And then he stays capitano. You know it. So if we go in Serie B, if we go in Serie A without champions, without Europa, maybe he can even say, I don't see him leaving if we have problems because he has 1 more year of contract. You're laughing, but you know it's true. You know it's true. He will talk about Leone, and then he stays. Guys, and who else could stay potentially? Danilo, I'm sure he stays. Danilo, Bonucci, De Sciglio will stay. De Sciglio, Rugani stays. Here. No, it's not that one. Where is it? It's here.
If you want the truth, I tell you the truth.
Alexandro, no, guys. Alexandro, he has no contract at the end of the season, except if he plays I don't know how many games. Quadrado has no contract. He will leave. Pinsoglio, I believe it's also his last year of contract of Pinsoglio. Yeah, if you go in second division, 300k for a goalkeeper is a lot. You can find you can promote a young one. So Peloso, I don't know if worst case scenario, I don't know if he stays. Peloso, Pinsoglio, I don't know. Arthur stays, and Locatelli could stay. Gatti will be in Serie B. He said, I know Serie B. I'm happy to be in Serie B. No problem. The other ones I'm not sure. Guys. Rabiot. I forgot Rabiot. Rabiot leaves. Who can stay? Miretti, Fagioli, Sule can stay. Chiesa, if it's 1 year, he can potentially stay, but not more than 1 year. Let's be realistic. He's already 25, guys. It's not 22. We see Chiesa young, and so it's 25. It's still young, 25. But in junior can stay, of course. Kostic, yeah, he's 29, would be, one of the leaders of the team. Yeah. Chesney goes. Perin can become first goalkeeper. Milik can stay. As top striker with Keane. Sam is saying we are not going to second division and we will get our points back. Now we are going with worst case scenario because we were going from that 150 million to another scenario. But even if you receive that 110 to 150 million euro, if you receive them, what do you do with it? What do you do with it if you are in second division? You pay salaries, huh? That's what you do with that money. Yeah, let's talk about other things. I said it since the beginning. I don't believe we go in second division. I believe they keep us in Serie A while they want to hurt us. Today I was live with Paolo Rossi, with Luca Monblano, with Giovanni Albanese, and with Mr. Zenzola, fantastic coach in Italy. And we were speaking about it, guys. I am surprised of nothing in Italy. That's the problem. I am surprised of nothing. You know that because you are young. A lot of you are young. They don't know all the story, especially with in the beginning without social network and so on. It was a bit more difficult to follow. But you know that when we built the stadium and when we played our first game there after Parma. You know what they did, Italy? They opened an investigation for il cemento. How do you say il cemento? Cemento e l'acciaio. Let me check. These words I don't know, guys. Cemento and acciaio. Concrete. I believe it's concrete. Let me check. Cemento. The concrete. Cement, concrete, and l'acciaio. It's the steel. So steel and concrete, they said that the stadium would collapse. That's what they said. And they opened an investigation. And they checked everything because they said there was something strange that happened with the stadium and so on and so on. But immediately after one game in our stadium, that was their priority. So you have in Italy the first team ever that is opening a stadium or is renewing totally a stadium because we erased everything. The Delle Alpi, the only thing that remains from the Delle Alpi, it's the field. All the rest was demolished and we built from scratch. We are doing that instead of being proud in Italy, instead of being proud about it, instead of promoting it, of, taking it as we are in Italy, we are able to even if it's not them, it's Juve, but anyway, just try to lie a bit to make it easier to say, look, we are able to have these beautiful things in our country. No, they open an investigation. They put dirt on Juventus, scaring all the people. But imagine, they said, we need to investigate even more, close the stadium for 6 months. They are able to do that. People forget, or they don't even know that story. Why am I telling you it's like Hanini saying a witch hunt? Because I know them too much, and I don't trust them. I am scared. Look, Kine is now on Moggi. Another story of today, a new story. So, you know that Luciano Moggi is radiato. What does that mean, radiato? Today I'm learning a lot of new words. Is struck off, inhibition to have any role in football. So he can't. Okay, since years now. Correct or not correct, that's another story. But he can't. Okay, but he's living in Napoli, in the city of Napoli. And band, mamma mia, easy word. Thank you, Joy. So he can't go. He's living in Napoli, and there was Napoli versus Juve, the youth team that were playing there. It was on the 14th of January. So he went there, and he was there a second on the before the benches. He said hello to Pessotto. Of course, it was his player. They know them. And then he went to take a seat, okay? Giuseppe Chinè, that is the prosecutor that opened the investigation for plusvalenza, but also for salary maneuver, he also attacked Moggi. He asked to open an investigation for Moggi. They opened the investigation. The first thing they did was going, not in, because they are in Napoli, they, the prosecutor with the court in Napoli, instead of going to Moggi, instead of going to the one that is responsible for the field, that is not Juventus, it's Napoli, they went to Torino. So they made a travel, Napoli-Torino, to speak with Pessotto. That's what they did. They asked Pessotto. And then today we heard about the news that Giuseppe Chinè is opening an investigation against Luciano Moggi because he was there. In the evening, Luciano Moggi, he answered it was quite funny, because he said, guys, I am already banned from football. What do you want? What do you want to take from me more away? Do you want to shoot me? This is what you want, because you can't do worse than already banning me. So you can't do nothing against me. It's too late. But on top of that, what is the situation? He said, I live in Napoli. I heard that the youth team was playing Napoli versus Juve. I wanted to go to that game. I went there. I don't know the stadium. So I saw someone, and he gave me actually the authorization to go with me to the stands, but not from the normal door, but from inside. So he walked on the, on the sideline. He walked before the game. The game didn't start yet. So he walked on the sideline. He sees Pessotto. He give him a hug, give him a kiss. How are you? How is the team? Good. And he's going up. And he said, you can't attack me on that. What do you want to attack me? Because I'm speaking with people. This is stalking. So this is in the ambiance that we are living in. This is the atmosphere that Juve has always lived in. I told you 2 days ago about Antonio Conte that couldn't train because of X things from other teams. I told you about the stadium. I told you about today Moggi. I told you, and I made a video that I spoke over, so it's dubbed, about Calciopoli with facts. There are a million stories like that. We have always been under phone tapping, leaked calls, always. Only Juve. Whatever we do, we are attacked. It's never good. Look at yesterday again, VAR checking millimeter. Strange situation, guys. Scary situation. That's why I'm telling you, I don't trust justice. Look, they ask for 9 points to Juve for something else. We go out of the process. We go out of the court with being accused of something totally different, and with minus 15. How do you calculate the minus 15? There is no possibility to calculate the minus 15. Today it was even worse. Today was even worse, guys, because there is an interview that our friend Mohamed El Shahali translated. Guys, this is even one of the most ridiculous things. I tell you. Look at that one. Look, this is funny. So Piero Sanduli, who is he? It's the VP of the second section of the College of Sport Warranty of CONI that will judge the appeal of Juventus. He spoke today to Tuttosport. So imagine, Piero Sanduli, he will be in the jury, he will be the judge for the appeal of Juventus. Today he spoke. First of all, why is he speaking? He should not speak. We didn't even start it yet. He should not speak. It's not allowed to speak. Well, it's allowed, but you don't speak. What is he saying, Piero Sandoli? So the question is, Piero Sandoli, why didn't the revision of the judgment of the plusvalenza case surprise you? And he said, because for some time now, like many other colleagues, I support that publicly traded companies don't go well with sporting companies. And it's the current case of Juventus, once again, as it is being shown. So immediately, the VP of the second section of College of Sport Warranty of CONI is saying, I'm not surprised because my thesis is that publicly traded companies, they don't go well with sport. Probably is even right, Probably is even right in what he's saying. But that's his thesis. And he says, and that's the current case of Juve. So once again, it has been shown. In what sense? The question from Tuttosport. Well, in the sense that first, the revision and then the sentence were based on elements that came out from the investigation conducted by the Consob, who by definition can naturally oversee clubs that are listed in the stock exchange. In this respect, in all sincerity, I expected more to be done on this topic. What is the meaning? I hoped that the recent sport reform would have addressed this topic, which at the moment remains a weak point in the system. From there comes the penalty against Juventus and the non-sanction against the other involved clubs. So his point is actually only, and it's again another story, his only point is Juventus is a publicly traded company, and that's why. And the other ones, no, so nothing. Meaning, but wouldn't this create a judicial disparity in the sporting system? And then he say, I do not see it as a disparity, but as a different treatment based on the different past choices. In fact, this condition is accepted by the club when it decides to enter the stock exchange. And that's why the current sentence is applied based on the Consob investigation, which brought new facts with respect to the ones published last April when Juventus was acquitted. So what is he saying actually? Even if every team was doing plusvalenza, was doing these kind of things, I don't care. Juventus, they are a publicly traded company. That's his point. The guy that will judge us, so imagine, guys, I didn't even finish to read, but imagine we are speaking about someone that will judge us. Okay? Speaking publicly. Wait, it's not over, Did you get an idea on the technical defects highlighted by the Bianconeri lawyers and that will be presented to the College of Sport Warranty of CONI? And then he's saying, now we are going into technicality. I don't know if he wrote it well. Technicalities on which I have no way to express myself. At best, it is remarkable that there isn't a single line on the quantification of the penalty points requested and different dimension adopted by the court. Shouldn't the followed principle in every case be based on affectivity? And he says, whenever possible, yes. Otherwise, the sanction is postponed to the successive season. In this case, the penalty was applied to the current standing at the moment, although it is not certain that it will become definitive by the end of the league. So we have no idea what will happen, what can happen. There is something, it's really technical. I was speaking about it with Luca Monblano earlier this afternoon, and he was explaining me that Juventus, I didn't finish with the last paragraph, so I will come back on that. So Juventus, why did they receive 15 points? Not because there is a calculation, okay? Because there is a calculation of mathematic algorithm that says you do this, you are punished that, okay? There is a sentence that says you should be punished, it's kind of, you should be punished by consequence, okay? But, for example, if you are at the 38th game of the season, okay? 38th game of the season, the first team, let's say Napoli, they play, they win, okay? And they did something bad. I don't know what. And the decision is to take them 1 point. But they have 6 points advantage on the second one. Well, how does that work? It's not they will take them away 7 points to prove a point, to say, we take you 7 points so that you are second and not first, because it has to have an impact, okay? But that's not how it works. So what they are doing, because that 1 point that they have to deduct has no impact in here, that means that they will postpone it on the second season, okay? 1 point. But here we are in a total far west, because there is no rule anymore. Why these 15 points? Not because there is a calculation, because they said with the 15 points, they will be under Roma, under a lot of teams with a real difficulty to go back in that top 4. This is actually a strange, never seen thing of doing. It's really never it happened in football world that a team has lost so big impactful points. It happened already that some were deducted like 1 point. It happened, but never 15 points immediately, and especially before the final decision, because that's also the nice thing. It's not even final yet. It's possible that they will be taken away. It's possible that they will remain. They will be permanent, but they take them already away. So that means that you are already guilty before being proven 100% guilty. That's Italy, guys. And per direct, immediately we take them away. It's strange. It's like you say, it's like you are, I don't know, in USA, in certain states where the law for the electric chair still exists. I don't know if it still exists, by the way. Maybe they remove it, but guys, you are from USA, guys. Maybe you can confirm me or not, but a few years ago, let's say a few years ago it existed again, the electric chair. And it's like you say, okay, it still exists. You see, it still exists. Okay. No, it's not a good example. Okay, let's go back in time of Les Sans-Culottes in the French Revolution, okay? The French Revolution, la guillotine was a plank in wood with a small hole where you put your head, okay? And then you had the other one, and it's over, okay? And it's over. Let's say you are in that time of la guillotine, and you have like 2 different courts, okay? The first one, you receive the sentence, and then you go to appeal. But after the first sentence, they said that you are guilty. You are guilty. So what they do is they put you in the guillotine, head is cut, but then you have the second court where they say we remove the penalization. You were actually not guilty. You were able to defend yourself. You are not guilty. What they do, they take the head and they give it back. It's too late, guys. It is too late. You are dead. It's over. You can't come back. It's like now the consequences are too late. Whatever will happen, if they take away these 15 points, it's too late. I don't know the story of Atalanta. I don't know if we win versus Atalanta. I don't know if we win versus Monza, because it goes in the heads of players. I don't know. It's the same, guys. You are thinking I'm exaggerating with that penalty of la guillotine. By the way, guilty, guillotine, probably the same thing. But, it's the same. It's too late. Boom, you were guilty. Then we do the second court. The second, you defend yourself, or someone will defend, because it will be difficult for you, because you have no head anymore. But someone is defending you. Hey, maybe yes, maybe they were right. Maybe you were right. Here, the head back here. It's too late. You never know. This is the strange things. And then you see they are attacking Moji because he was walking. You see, these kind of things are strange, are really strange. Then you have the judge that will pronounce himself. He's already speaking today to the... Why? I really don't understand. Guys, it doesn't smell good. It doesn't smell good. So I'm sorry for the one that said a bit earlier, Beppe, don't worry, we will be taking away the 15 and we will, everything will go well. I don't know, guys. Is it true that Kine already were involved in the passport? I don't know. Yeah, but that's a fact, Giancarlo. Mohamed Youssef. Guys, mamma mia, I said 45 minutes. Yeah, but all random, BT. Yeah, of course it's all random. Mohamed Youssef, thank you for the donation, my friend. So, to protect the stock shareholders from bad doing, they put fines, they distort their organization, punish the people who did it. Why the team? This is also when people are saying, Beppe, hey, they left, they are guilty. They left, they are guilty. They all resigned, so they are all guilty. That's what you will hear from the people. It has nothing to do with plusvalenza. That we are not even, because I tell you, you know what? Today I was speaking with some people, and Juventus was not really. How can I say? They were not really fearing the plusvalenza case because 2 times we were already acquitted. We were not found guilty. There is no rule to calculate a profit for a player. So you did everything according to the rules. So there is no way. With the -9, we ask ourselves, but it's not possible. Then you receive a -15 where everyone is really astonished. And that's why, in the public, in the press release, we are writing illogical things were said. So now they are going, this judge is saying the stock shareholders, Juventus is punished because they have put in 700 million from own pockets in a company. Juventus was the third best before 2006, the third best club in terms of entries, in terms of money, worldwide. Third. We never went there. We went, I believe, again to the top 10 at a certain moment, low in the top 10, 9, 10th, 11th. Now we are not even there anymore, and we will never reach it again. Football was, in Italy, the third biggest revenue source. We are already fifth now in Italy. Football was the third source of revenue. It's not because other ones became better. It's because football became worse, and you go back. They are killing calcio. They are killing calcio. For what reason, I don't know, but they are killing calcio, and they don't even realize it. And it goes worse and worse and worse and worse. They prefer teams like Lazio, that at a certain moment had 2 teams in Serie A, while the rule was saying you can't. It was Lazio and Salernitana. You can't. No way to have 2 clubs owned by the same in Serie A. And they allowed it. Bari and Napoli from the same owner. They had to sell it. They postponed it. They have time now to sell it, I believe, until 27, 28, while it was this year that they had to sell it. By the way, one owner is the father, the other one, the president there, is the son, but it's owner De Laurentiis. Now, Shedira, the American player that is playing at Bari, that did a really beautiful World Cup, that is en vogue, he will go there. A lot of teams, they made plusvalenza with one team to then do a transfer to their own team, and everything is okay. They prefer teams like Inter, that is obliged, guys. I'm telling you the truth, like Antonio Conte.
If you want the truth, I tell you the truth.
They prefer teams like Inter, for example, that is obliged to generate cash to actually ask to create debts. So how are they generating cash? Some teams like Inter. Well, they create or they go in bigger debts. These debts, I don't know, for example, they ask 100 million. I'm exaggerating. I'm just putting numbers. They ask 100 million debts that they will have to pay back with index. So that means, I don't know, I'm just saying 5%. So they will have to pay 105 million, I believe. 105. So if it's 5%, but I'm just inventing. because you are actually doing a loan on your debt. It's a credit. It's a credit. Thank you, Radovan. But it's fake money. It's real money and fake money, because actually your debts becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. They prefer that than a club like Juventus that is inserting fresh, real money two times. One time 400, one time 300 million in a few years space from shareholders, real money in the system. I don't understand it. I don't know what to say, guys. Okay, I will defend Atalanta. I saw it, of course, I saw it. I didn't report it in the Telegram group. I will defend Atalanta. I will explain you why. And you know that most of the time I'm absolutely not the one that will defend Atalanta. But this time I defend Atalanta. Here we go. Okay. Hey, guys, I could, but I'm honest. So, what is happening today? Atalanta is tweeting 5 things to know for Sassuolo Atalanta. 5 facts about, here in English, 5 facts about Sassuolo Atalanta. A thread, and then they go, okay? But here they write in the Italian version, instead of the hashtag, they go with 5 curiosità su, so 5 facts about Juve Sassuolontus Atalanta. Juve Sassuolontus Atalanta, okay? For the people that have, you need a context to understand it. What is the context? That in Italy, on top of all the witch hunt and so on, there is also the narrative, the story, that small teams, they are not playing against Juventus. Scansuolo. What does that mean, scansuolo? That comes from the word scansare. I will try to find the right word for scansare in English. Avoid. Scansare is avoiding. So they call, when Sassuolo is playing versus Juve, they call them scansuolo. Avoid suolo. Okay? Does it make sense? Why? Because they don't play. That's what they say. Why? For example, a story that every time that Sassuolo needs to play versus Juve, Berardi is always injured. And then when he's playing versus Milan, he's scoring every time 3 goals, 4 goals, 3 assists, and so on. These are the narratives, guys. If I go through the stats, Sassuolo, they already beat us a few times. Okay? Sassuolo. So here, the people that are saying that Atalanta mocked Juve, they are saying Juve Sassuolontus, Juve Sassuolontus, to actually say that Sassuolo are serves of a system from Juventus, okay? But it makes totally no sense, first of all, to write it. Then, you know that admins are humans. You have some people that are working even for teams that they don't support. I know some Juve supporters that are working for Inter, for example. It's professional, behind the scenes. I know Napoli fans that are... No, Napoli fans, they work in Napoli. But, Fiorentina fans that are working for Milan and so on. Okay? But, of course, they have to be professional. But sometimes they make a joke, and they draft it, to show to a colleague. They are humans. And could have been that they slipped. But here there is nothing to slip, guys. Why? I explain you why I'm defending Atalanta on that one. Because here you see 5 curiosity about Juve Sassuolontus Atalanta. What was the last away game from Atalanta? It was Juve Atalanta in Coppa Italia, right? We all know that. It was Juve Atalanta in Serie A, in Serie A, where we did 3-3. What is happening is that they are copy-pasting the last draft that they have. It's like this, copy, I can't show you here because it's a picture. You copy paste. Then you select the word with a double click Juventus totally, and you write over and you replace with Sassuolo. Okay, what happened here is probably instead of double click, he just did one click in the middle of Juve and Entus. He wrote Sassuolo, boom, and it's gone without paying attention. It's a mistake, and especially if you are working with Mac, you are doing it with your finger instead of double tap, on that sensitive touch. You didn't select the word and you went in the middle, like let me try to write something. Okay, Juventus, Atalanta. Okay, double click, you select the word. Okay, triple click, you select everything. Okay, if you do it one time, you finish here in the middle. You are not paying attention and it's gone. This is what happened. As easy as that. You see, triple click, double click, one click. This is what happened. So he clicked, he realized it, he said, shit, what did I do? I don't know from where they, I can't see it here, but that's what happened. No, guys, no, seriously, on that one, I don't agree. It's a mistake. It's a mistake that happened. So, guys, you can go for it. This is the only easy explanation. Easy. It's even an easy explanation. I don't believe in that. And guy, I'm the first one that is hating. I'll say, yeah, so I'm not watching any game. I watch Premier League today. I'm really furious and angry, but sometimes you have to have common sense, guys. I show you the explanation by A plus B. You don't pay attention, you write. I type blindly, yeah? Ask me to write anything, I can write you without any... I can write you whatever. While I'm talking to you, while I'm talking to you, I'm not watching the keyboard and I continue. You're not. Shit. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Wait, because you were not watching that I was writing. Wait. Let's do it again. I will do it even easier. I will take a message from you guys. So, come on, Beppe. What on earth are the chances that cursor was exactly between Juve and Entus? Lol. You see, it's easy. You can watch it. I also blindly put the caps lock on. I delete without problem. It's too easy, guys. Hey guys, you see. Look again. Juventus. I show it again. Atalanta. Okay. Double click the word. Triple click Atalanta. If you don't pay attention, you are here. And most of the time you go in the middle and you do Sassuolo without watching. Boom. Send. And that's as easy as that. As easy as that. Then if you don't believe me, and also the word himself make no sense. Juve Sassuolo, it never heard about that word. It's strange. So that's what I had to say about it. Beppe flexing. Guys, I have many talents that I never speak about. Guys, it's 3 years I am on the channel. I never told you about that skill I have. Maybe I said it once. And I don't like Atalanta. If I listen to my small devil voice inside, if I listen to my small devil, I would push even more. Yeah, they did it. But I don't like it. I try to be objective. Even when I hate them, I try to be objective. It's like, for a lot of things, trying to be objective doesn't mean that I'm right. Huh? Maybe he did it on purpose and I was wrong. I don't know the guy. I don't know what was in his mind. I was not there. I couldn't witness it. But logical thinking is like that. Then, of course, like this. Like, wait, today I made another one, another one. This one on the channel of Serie A YouTube. Juventus Lazio, they put Juve. Guys, it's not a joke, and this is real. Juventus with the logo of Lazio, and Lazio with the logo of Juve. Juve Lazio quarterfinal. This is stupid, but this is not intentional. Okay, this is not because the guy wanted to do so. It's just that he's a stupid guy and he didn't pay attention to. Sometimes it's a long time ago that I didn't do the mistake. It's sometimes when my videos, instead of putting a title, you see the title that I always use to save my videos, and it's most of the time it's like final Juve news with the date of the day. And then some people, they write me, Beppe, you forgot the title. Or one time I forgot to change the game name on the Twitch channel of Juve, because I was managing the account, the backstage, and then I wrote I forgot to adapt, and everyone received a notification that we played versus Bologna, and it was Udinese, I believe. It happens, guys. Happens. So, Chuck, amico Chuck, what is he saying? Chuck, Beppino, we will be sent to Serie Z after the 150 million. Thank you for your donation, Chuck. No, luckily no. But no, then I don't know. Huh? You see it today, totally. Everything is in blue today to honor the 0-0 of the 360 million winter mercato of Chelsea. What a disaster. Ab, he said, Beppe, I can't find the Chiesa documentary. Back to, what is it? Where again? Back to, I can't remember the title. Back on track. Of course, I checked also with Juve. I asked, where is it? Because so it's only Italy now. Soon it will be available for the other countries. I didn't receive any official date, but it's on Amazon Prime and it will be out soon. But I can't tell you when soon. I checked after midnight again because it's not available in Belgium either. So Amazon Prime, let me check. It's not on yet. So soon. So now Zakaria is still injured. Breaking Bad. People are saying, Beppe, you have other skills. What? Thank you, Chuck, for a donation, my friend. What a skill. Yeah. Blindly typing is a big skill. What are you talking about? It's fantastic. You are the best. Thank you, Sasha. Beppe, most valuable skill is exposing Hollywood movies. But don't tell. I can't tell everyone. Honestly, who cares if they did it on purpose? No, Locatelli. Of course, it's annoying if they did it on purpose. No, because then you change totally what I'm telling you. Because I don't believe at 99.99% that it's absolutely not on purpose, because there is a logical explanation why a mistake happened. But if it's on purpose, it's disgusting. You don't mock a team like that, guys. You don't mock a team like that. There is some respect. And here, the problem, another underrated skill that you have, Beppe, is to prolong a life. Guys, I promised less than 1 hour. I said 45 minutes. And here we are again. So we will stop now. What a disaster. I can't keep my promises about the length. I don't want. What a disaster. Was nice, no? Was nice. 130. likes. Ali saying only okay, bye. This is the best ever comment I had from Ali Krayem, who's saying okay, bye, ciao. No, I know, Ron. It's not available in USA and in other countries. It's a fantastic one. Huh? It's really, really well done. Really fantastically well done. You will feel the emotions. You will have the pain. You will cry. You will see the fight against fear. That's a beautiful one. No, promising video length is not my skill. That's a fact. Now you will love it. You will love the Chiesa one. Dudu Beppe, for example, you are a Juventus player. The club has to sell you to make money. Where are you going? I don't decide. Huh? I have to receive some offers, and then we decide. Where do you want me to go? Ciao, Andrew Palomares. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel. In Premier League, of course. I don't know. Daniel Cavara. Yeah, but we were speaking about it last time. Huh? If there is no Juventus anymore, what do we do with the channel? I don't know. It will be really hard for me to go with one club, you know. Yeah, of course there will be some subtitles, guys. Yeah. Helicopter. No, but you know that's the problem. The problem is sometimes I want to do like these short lives, but I like too much talking with you. It's too fun. The Last of Us is good. I saw the first episode. I need to catch up now. Maybe I will watch an episode now. But it's good, no? What is Juventus Creator Lab? Juventus Creator Lab is easy. It's a lab to create. So there is a section at Juventus where you do it. I can't reveal too many things from inside, guys, but soon you will also see something, but I can't tell that too much. Okay. But if you want to, I can tell you the things that are explained, okay? Because Andar Sofyan, he explained, for example, Federico Chiesa Back on Track is the first original production from Juventus Creator Lab, where all the club's digital content is conceived and brought to life, okay? So, where all the club's digital content is conceived and brought to life. Juventus Creator Lab is the club's news creative hub, where creatives with different talents, designers, video makers, writers, influencers, streamers, social media creators, join forces in a single production center in the heart of the Bianconeri's headquarters. What are the things here? You know, instead of going like you go in the headquarters and then you are disturbing these officers that are working, or you are in a place where you don't need to hear some things that has been said about the club. Well, it's a hub. It's a part of Juventus that will be dedicated to creation. You know, where for example, wait. Did you see, for example, the room? I will show you, where Pogba did the interview. Do you remember that room where Pogba did the interview? Wait, I need to show you some things. When was it? It was the 1st of September, so it's the 31st of August. Pogba, all the players from this season, August 2022. Okay. Do you remember? I know it's the 1st of September. Mamma mia. Cazzo. Pogba, Di Maria, all the interviews that they made there in a small room that you can find on YouTube. Do you remember that room? Wait, let me put it bigger. Do you remember that room? Do you remember it? Do you remember the room? Wait, I have other things. With the signatures of the players on plexiglass. You know when they are signing like that on a plexiglass. Look where I am. It's fantastic, no? It's fantastic. Do you remember where the room where the away shirt was leaked? Do you remember Pogba that is there, that is speaking, putting the first shirt when he's saying like, "Oh, that's a great shirt," and we leak that second shirt. Do you remember that room? It's here. It's that room with the sofa. That's the room. Hey, here I showed it here. That was the hanger with the shirt. The second shirt was there. It's fantastic. I never showed these pictures. Look here. Look here. Fantastic, no? Look here. That's it's true, yeah. It's like me in first day of the job. It's true. I have a lot of pictures. Some pictures you can show, some pictures you can't show. These are the pictures I show you. No, Sandro, no. No. There was there was not the casting coach. No. It was another one. The other one is white. This one was black. No. So I think they told me. I don't know, guys. I'm just I heard. Of course, I'm a happy kid, guys. Of course, I'm a happy kid. It's the same day that Paredes was doing the pictures and so on. I was there, not in the same room, but of course, I'm a happy kid. Yeah, I like in these late moments of the life, saying some secrets. But I could show off. I could. How many times did you hear on this channel? I work for Juve. I know things inside of Juve. I met players this. I saw Dybala. I saw the. I never flex about that. You can say whatever you want, but it's already 2 years I'm working for Juve. I never used it to promote me. I speak with some players, sometimes on DM. I never asked to come on the channel to do an interview. Maybe they will say no, but I never asked, I'm never saying I work for Juve, can you come? I could, I'm sure a lot would have taken advantage for that. I don't want to flex that. Most of the time when I know things, I don't tell you. Look at these pictures. Now we are speaking about the creator lab. I know already some things that will also happen. These pictures, if you are looking at the date, look at the date, it's written here. It's the 1st of September 2022. I never spoke about that. You see? I never even posted on a thing. I can say, oh, I was there, I did there. When I did the vlog, it's not in. It's not in. I think it's important to, I want from this channel to do it, with my own ways. Not because I work for Juve and I don't want people to be here. And I tell you even more, I receive insults from people. If you are looking the insults I receive, even today again, but it's a BS channel because it's working for Juve. Juve, they are not forbidding me to say some things or not. Of course, I don't insult players. Of course, I don't, but this is not my personality. If you go back before, I was not insulting. If you go now, I'm not insulting. But that's also why I work for Juve. You can't change from one day to another. So, No, Frederick, you have to continue the sentence. I don't want people to be here because, I'm taking advantage of it. And yes, it was San Pellegrino. Yeah, San Pellegrino is fantastic. Aranciata is great as well. No, I know a lot of people would have done it. I know some people saying, when I started the channel, guys, when I didn't work for Juve, it was not even possible to work for Juve. When I started the channel, because I speak Italian, I started to speak with some people, and I had some journalists like Mirko Di Natale, Romeo Agresti, Luca Monblano on the channel, and I saw some other creators, they were jealous. They were jealous, and some were even writing publicly on Twitter without mentioning the name, like, "Oh, what is this hunt? This hunt for a journalist? We don't care because we actually know everything already. Everything is already on Twitter, so it's regurgitating the same things but on YouTube, things that we already know." And when I did the first, not now because we know Romeo Agresti already. He has already been here like 4 or 5 times. I will not do every time an interview with him. It's just a chat now. But I remember I was doing it in a totally different way. When I had Monblano, he was that impressed by, the work ethic, how I prepared, how I sent the question and so on, that he offered me to work a season on Juventus, for example. But, these people were hating, saying, without mentioning the name, like, look, we already know everything, and so on, and so on, and so on. And then some years later, when their channel is growing and when they are doing, they invite journalists and they are really proud. So you see, but these are things that, no, it's not about listening to haters or not. By the way, thank you for the 3 months, guys. It's not that, it's like, it's a reality. It's already 2 hours of live. I promised 1 hour. It's a reality that, came into my mind because there are a lot of things I know I don't say because it's work ethic, it's normal, and I don't want to take advantage. And that's why I'm proud about the channel, because the people that are loyal, that are here, are really, really, really fantastic. And that's why instead, when I say I do a small chat of 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I end up with a 2 hours one, because I really like sharing with the people in the chat, instead of, having a lot of time different guests and so on, where the attention is to the guest. You can't speak too much with the chat. What is important for me is the people. Is Radovan, is Ahmed, is David Mirabella, Antonio Veljanovsky, that we know each other since 3 years now, Sasha, Stavros, also Stavros since long. So that's why. Anyway. 1 hour 48 now. Did we receive a bit more like? Did we reach 3 likes for 150? Can we have them now? Dankeschön, Gazzo, für 3 Munde. Mund? How do you say Mond in German? I forgot. Stunde is the hour. You know that I forgot. Let me check. Monat. Monaten. 3 Monaten. Das ist richtig. Thank you to Marcello, to Jim, to Nader, to Daniel, to Hornet Instinct, Monate auf Deutsch. Stavros, Daniel, Nader Kavar. Wir haben auch Acid, Andrew Palomares, Radovan Ahmed, 98, David Mirabella, Antonio Veljanovsky. Viel Spaß, Abay Kurana, Daniel Perone. Wir schließen die Live mit ein Forza Juventus.